Watch this morning. Being a successful investor can be a tricky thing. There are lots of ways you can invest and several big mistakes you need to work hard to avoid. Bert is here from Certified Financial Group to help you do that. This is why they call you the Oracle of Orlando. So we have a lot of tips, I know. So we're going to do half this week and half next week. Right. So where do we start? And first of all, happy Father's Day to you. Thanks for coming in and sharing part of it with us. So where do we start?
Well, the first thing you need to understand is that you have to start early. The earlier you start, Tom, the more you're going to have. Let me give you an example.
All right.
25 years old. Okay, got married. Maybe I got some wedding gifts. Maybe I'm saving a little bit of money. I have $10,000. Right. Do I take that $10,000 and do what normal 25-year-olds do? No. I mean, here's what you need to do. Take it and invest it. If you can invest that $10,000, just let it ride till age 65, assuming an 8% return, which is more than the less than the market is yield over that time frame, you'd have an extra $200,000, and if you waited till your age 40. And what most people do is, wait till the kids get out of school, wait till they graduate, and then they start focusing. The earlier you start, the more you will have.
So let me ask you this, as someone who I'm sure has had this conversation, how do you talk a 25-year-old into the logic and get them to buy into that?
That is the challenge, and unfortunately we were all 25 at one time and all did the crazy things. What many of my clients are doing today, they're sending their kids in to see us to get some of this basic information and at least make them aware of it. The old story is we don't listen to mom and dad for the most part, and mom and dad don't know anything, but you need to understand this stuff, and I think our educational system has failed miserably when it comes to teaching us this stuff.
I can't agree more. I can tell you, I never felt that. I didn't go to school here, but I went to school up north, and I never really felt like I got a good financial education.
I was an international business major, studied corporate finance, business law, accounting, economics, didn't know anything about personal finance until I started getting into this profession and became a certified financial planner.
All right, so we talked about not starting early enough. Not saving enough is another mistake.
Yeah, we save what we can. Sometimes we don't save at all. Let me give you another example. You say have that same $10,000, and if you can add $100 a week to it for 40 years, you'd have $1 million more than if you just saved $250 a week.
Huh.
So I'm talking about a month. I'm sorry.
Right, a month.
Yeah.
So, but being overly aggressive, there's also a lot of danger in that as well, right?
Oh yeah. Well, what a lot of people do is they chase returns. This is doing well at the moment, whether it's gold, whether it's real estate, whatever it might be. Dumping all your money into one investment, big mistake. So you don't want to do that at all either.
And is that the same as chasing performance? Is that where you're rolling all that into?
Exactly. Yeah, exact same thing. And that's what unfortunately many people do. They look at what the investment du jour is. Read Money Magazine, listen to people on the show on Sunday morning, or listen to the radio, and this is where they're going to pull our money, hoping that diversification is the key. Quality investments, diversification, and time.
That was going to be my next question, is how do you find that middle ground so that you're not going too easy and you're not going too aggressive?
Well, at the risk of sounding self-serving, you should deal with a professional. Unless you've been trained in this, really you're operating in the dark, and unfortunately that's what most people do. They go from financial accident to financial accident and end up looking back 20 years and say, gee, I wish I'd have done something. Look for a certified financial planner. I know that sounds kind of self-serving, but these are the professionals that can help you make those decisions and keep you out of trouble.
Worth your time and money. Joe, thanks.
All right,
Happy Father's Day to you.
Same to you.
Lauren?